morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here for a debate presentation. This house believes that working while studying is better than not working while studying. Without further ado, there are two teams here, the government and the opposition team. I would like to call upon the Prime Minister from the government team to present his points.
Thank you. Very good morning to the jury, to the timekeeper and my respective opponents. Today, we are here to discuss from the government team on the motion. This house believes that working while studying is better than not working while studying. Do you all know what's the meaning of working while studying? The definition of working while studying is a program in place in many colleges that let students hold a part-time job while in colleges in order to subsidize their cost of their education. The reason why nowadays most of teenagers and students are working while studying because they need to manage many things that did not want to be a burden to their parents. Here are some examples of working while studying. Students are easily can find a job nowadays. They can work as a food rider, such as Food Panda, GrabFood, and many more.
Don't you think that if the student have delivered their product to the customer, it will affect their schedule?
So, nowadays, this courier company can send their staff to your house or college to pick up your order and they will deliver your product. Yes. They can join a dropship in certain company. If they join a dropship, they can promote their product to social media. They can use Instagram, Facebook, or WhatsApp business. They will gain commission depends on the order they receive. If they want a bigger profit, they can become an agent. They have to promote to social media like Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp business, or they can promote to their friends in colleges. It will convince them more to buy because they can see and try the product before they buying it. Some of them working at night, where they work at the fast food restaurant, such as KFC, McDonald's, Starbucks, and many more. Nowadays, job very easily can be found, not like during our parents' time. That is why I keep saying that nowadays student has a lot of expenses. They need to pay their rental house payment, internet bill, and some of them need to use money for their transportation. Besides all this, thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister, for your points. Now I would like to call upon the leader of opponent to present his points.
To get into the college should cost much money. Therefore, lots of students will look for a part-time job for helping to share the burden of their parents. And other students who want to have a part-time job are mostly because they want to get some social experience. However, the students who have a part-time job have less time to keep interpersonal relationship, stay healthy, and study. The part-time job takes the students most of the time after school, so the students who have a part-time job after school might lose the chance to make friends and build up the desirable interpersonal relationship. To keep up the health is important but difficult to the students who have to work after school due to some reasons. First, the students who have to work after school might have to stay up to their homework or reports. Second, they might use their rest time to work. Third, their less time to work, their immunity against disease might decrease. Therefore, it could be difficult for them to keep their health. Also, they might sleep in classes because of insufficient rest and sleep as the result of long time working after school.
How do you find the money to pay back the PTPTN because you don't work?
Those are families responsible that must expend their money to help their children because of not working yet. To focus on studying is the duty of students. However, it is usually difficult to those students who have a part-time job. Most of those students have less time to prepare and review lessons. However, they don't have the energy to study hard. They usually do their studies perfunctorily and their grades may be dissatisfying as well.
Thank you, Leader of Opponent, for your points. Now I would like to call the Deputy Prime Minister from the government team to present the points.
Thank you to the leader of opponent team for your point. If you use time wisely, it does not affect the region because students will not waste time with something that is not beneficial. For example, after class, students will play the phone looking at social media such as Facebook, Instagram, WeChat and other media such as game. I know how students get rid of boredom by playing gadget. So we take this opportunity to use gadget with something beneficial to make business in social media. Even with the availability of gadget, not only can focus on learning, we can do business through mobile phone, not just scrolling on social media and playing game. The reason why we need to work by studying, we can have a lot of experience. Most of employers nowadays, they want to hire an experienced employee. For example, I'm working as agent in certain company. I have been working for 7 months. I have met many people from different races, India, Chinese, Malay. I get to communicate with them. Before this, I'm not good in English. I'm also feel scared when I'm talking to a stranger. But the moment when I meet customer, I force myself to speak to improve my English. I'm not scared to have a conversation with stranger now. This is why I'm confident to talk many people, even your job is unrelated to your course. Besides that, develop interpersonal skill as well as confidence. Student employment provide you with an opportunity to learn how to interact with different personalities and essential skills in all type of job. Through part-time work, you will learn how to talk to a variety of people from different walks of life, forcing you to be sensitive culture different in the workplace. You will also learn the best way to communicate with the colleagues, forcing you to think about how your word can affect other people's action. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Prime Minister, for your points. Now I would like to call the Deputy Leader of Opponent to present her points.
Thank you to the government team for your point. In the pandemic of it is not easy for us to meet and communicate with people. It should not be that just meet people. We can improve our conversation. We can also meet people with social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and so on. We can chat together on call or video call at hand. We do not have to go out to meet people, and we can also save money and time. Like you say, yeah, you are an online business, right? If we want to start our online business, we need to have a skill in order to gain that skill you need to join the class. If you want to join the class, you need to pay the year fee. Besides that, we have to spend a lot money to take stock. What about people who cannot afford it, have to profit all that money to the study time? Will not that burn the student? Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Leader of Opponent, for your points. And now I would like to welcome the last speaker from the government team, the government whip, to present her points.
Thank you to the opponent team for your point. As you mentioned, we can also meet people with social sites in Instagram, Facebook, and whatever it is. Well, do you have a point? But there are not all people like to work in social sites on what you see. It's better if we meet face to face with them. We can communicate clearly. When on social sites, they will quickly get bored. That's what I say. There are many people prefer to work and communicate outside than inside social sites. If you say it's really easy because they just use mobile phones, yes, true. But they should also have a fast line to post in their social site feeds. For me, it's different for those who cannot afford it. Besides that, you also can build your professional network, which is be careful in your future career. Why I say it like that? Because no matter where you are working, a part-time job gives you the chance to network with other people. So even if you are not gaining work experience in a field that you want to pursue, you are still making connection in the professional world. For example, you might meet a client who's working for your dream company, or your employer may know somebody who works there. You never know who. So you can treat every conversation as a chance to progress in your career. And also always keep the door open for the further discussions. Therefore, students also can learn to be responsible and observe punctuality while they study. They have to come to work on time every day. They also have to maintain the inventory update stock registers and have to be responsible in their duties. In addition to that, students can learn the value of money. The effect is, students will realize that they take a lot of time and effort to make a living, and this experience will enrich them confidence to face the reality of life. Students will also make the wiser choice when buying things with the money they earn from their sweat. In conclusion, working while studying it is a valuable experience for teenagers to have a job while they are students, because they will learn to be responsible adults. They will have an appreciation of money, and they will learn about working with others. All of these traits will benefit them in the days to come in responding to the realities of life. Thank you.
Thank you, Government Whip, for your conclusion and your points. Now, I would like to call the last speaker from the opposition team, the opposition whip, to present her points.
I would like to say thank you to government team for your speech. Now I want to discuss about our topic. The adventures of studying while working are also students who will lose concentration in class. This is because they have used the time with work, and most of them will ignore it because of coming back late at night. Not only that, problem at work will also disturb the emotion and feeling of the student, so as cause the student to be depressed and unable to learn. This is certainly cause them to fail in lesson. Teenagers nowadays have become busy as a bee. They are more concerned with their financially than their education. Also, they have become arrogant until they think to themselves that they can live without their family help. Moreover, they become more close to their work colleagues that are older than them. Potentially, it would make it worse for them as they would follow their bad habit. In conclusion, part-time work is the worst choice these teenagers, but they must be responsible for it. They have to think truthfully before they want to take the job. Then they have to get the parent permission first before they think for themselves. Thank you.
Thank you to the opposition whip. Now, both the teams are given 2 minutes to present on your reply speech. First, I would like to call the government team to present his reply speech.
Thank you. This is why I keep saying that we as the student must working while studying, because it's not only for ourselves but also for our parents. If we do a part-time job, we can reduce our parents' burden, because they need to pay for our younger siblings' school fee because they are still young. For example, tuition fee, monthly fee, and many more. They also need to buy grocery. And with the money that we get, we can buy anything that we like. For example, clothes. Nowadays, thrifting has become a trend. As example, myself, I love to go thrifting, and I love to wear used stuff such as shirts, jacket, or shoes, and many more. I also suggest all students to have a part-time jobs while studying, because they can get experience. With the experience they get from the part-time job, they can become a successful businessman or businesswoman in the future. So, by doing a part-time job, they can manage to pay all this. They could not just depend on PTPTN to pay the cost, because the cost of living in the city is very expensive. Therefore, as a conclusion of my point, it is better for the student to work while studying. Thank you.
Thank you from the government team on the reply speech. Now, I would like to call the opposition team to present their reply speech. Your 2 minutes starts now.
They are more concerned with their financials than their education. Also, they become more close to their work colleagues that are older than them. Potentially, it will make it worse for them. Furthermore, in the pandemic COVID, it is not easy for us to meet and communicate with people. It shouldn't be that just meet people we can improve our conversation. The disadvantage of studying while working are also students who will lose comprehension in class. This is because they have used the time with work, and most of them will ignore it because of coming back late at night. Not only that, problems at work will also disturb the emotions and feelings of the students, so as to cause the students to be depressed and unable to learn. This will certainly cause them to fail in lessons. Thank you.
Thank you, the opposition team, for your reply speech. So therefore, we are at the end of the presentation. As we know that the motion for today is while studying while working is so much better, as it can help in many ways, such as reduce the parents' burden as well as we can manage our own finance. Therefore, I believe that students should try to work while studying. Thank you.